It's Miss Sproul here. We are back with The Secret Message, chapters 5 and 6. We were just left off. General Nathaniel Greene has given Emily Geiger a message and told her to memorize it, and she is off on her way. Chapter 5, The Lonely Ride. Emily tried to calm her heart as she traveled the long, lonely stretch of land bordering Broad River. I must pretend I'm only going to Uncle Jacob's for a visit, she told herself. I will not be afraid. Urging her horse on, she imagined how happy Cousin Elizabeth would be to see her, and what fun they would have catching up on what each had done since they were together. Careful to stay hidden by woods, she rode until late afternoon. She passed Morgan's range and took a path toward Saluda River. At Kennedy's Ferry, she would cross the Saluda and follow Congaree River toward Sumter's camp. The woods grew darker. Evening shadows fell about her. The house where she expected to stay for the night was still miles away. Her horse needed a rest. She was tired too. She would stop at the next farmhouse she saw. Before long, Emily stood facing a cabin door. A kind man asked where she was headed. When Emily gave her relative's name, he answered, "Why, that's over 10 miles. You'd better stay with us." The man led Emily's horse to the stable while his wife invited her for supper. "Have you come far?" the woman asked. "Your horse looked tired." Emily hesitated. She did not know these people. Was she with friends? "I rode fast," she answered. "It's not safe for you to ride alone in these times," the woman said. "Surely you've heard that General Greene has retreated from 96. I'm sure one of his ragamuffins are about." Emily felt a sudden chill. This family was on the side of the Tories. Chapter 6. A Narrow Escape. The Tory woman stared at Emily. "What is your name?" she asked. Again Emily hesitated before she replied. "Emily Geiger." "Not John Geiger's daughter?" Emily nodded. "Yes," she said in a weak voice. The woman turned to her husband, who was entering the room. "Can you believe it? This girl is the daughter of John Geiger we've heard so much about." Emily's thoughts churned. What was she to do? If she left now, she would surely look suspicious. "No wonder your horse is so tired," she heard the man saying. "If you've ridden that far, no doubt you're hungry too." He put up his hand to the questioning look on his wife's face. "Let's have supper. She should have food and shelter, even if she is the daughter of our enemy." After the meal, the woman showed Emily to her room. Alone, Emily wondered what she would do. Before she could decide, she had fallen into a deep sleep. Sometime in the night she was awakened by the sound of horses' hoofs. A voice called out, "Hello there, Preston. I may be on a fool's errand, but have you seen a stray woman in these parts?" Emily's blood turned cold. A Tory spy was looking for her. The shutters of Emily's window were open to the night air. She eased up to see a rider dismount and enter the house. For a long time she heard voices murmuring. Then all was quiet. "They must be waiting until morning to capture me," Emily thought. "I have to get away." Moving as quietly as she could, Emily escaped through her window and into the moonlight. In the stable she searched for her horse. She located a bridle but not her saddle. Hurriedly she mounted and sped off. Near daylight, Emily reached the home where she had planned to stay and poured out her story. The Patriot friends gave her a fresh horse. Just as the sun rose, she swept away once more on her mission.